I'm Ryan Milton from Team Flex. Today, we're diving into Fit Model, the newest women's division. We're talking all about what's going on these stages right now, what is playing out, and if you have any interest in Fit Model, you're going to want to stay tuned through this entire video because I'm going over a lot of points, a lot of things that are changing with it, and there's a lot that you want to know. If you're even half thinking about doing this division, or if you are already competing here, you do not want to miss what we're going to talk about. We're looking at a full Fit Model novice class that also contains the overall winner. This is NPC. This will give you great insight into where the criteria is going and where things are heading right now, and ultimately how that's going to benefit you on stage. But before we get to it, I want to bring attention to my free coaching trial. Okay, so not only do I make these reviews, and I know all of you love them and you comment all the time, I appreciate that so much. I am a coach. I've been doing this a long time. I'm coaching successful Fit Model athletes every single weekend right now. They're stepping on stages and doing great jobs. And if you want to be a part of that, you want to get a free coaching trial with me, I offer this as another value add to you, my community, my people out here that are watching, hanging out with me, and learning. And this is a way that you get to do, 100 times better, basically, right? If you watch the YouTube, you're like, oh, that was interesting, that was helpful, which I hear all the time. This will be 100 times better for you to come do my free trial. It's free for 7 days. You don't get charged. You don't put credit card info in. I never, not even asking you for it. What it is the ability for me to coach you, to help you to do better, give you feedback on your physique. If you're one of those ones on the fence about what division to do, all right, let me tell you, I can tell you in probably 5 minutes conversation and seeing where you're at. I can also design you training splits. A lot of people are having a hard time with that with Fit Model. A lot of people also don't know what to do with the nutrition, what shows, anything. I can clear all that for you up right here. It'll take you 1 minute before you're in my training platform. Pull up your phone, type it in, teamfflex.com/7-day trial. I will coach you free for 7 days, and I will teach you everything you need to know about this division. I promise you, you will do better. I hear all the time from athletes that are doing this. They're like, wow, that really changed the game for me. And again, I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I'm just trying to help you, and I get to do that better by you coming to do this. So let's get to the video now, all right? Fit Model. Novice Class A. We're going to do a full class, pretty long, 9 competitors. We're going to look at it, but it's going to give you a real insight into actually what's going on a Fit Model stage right now, which I think is just so important for everybody watching to see, because Fit Model is the newest division, and sadly, a lot of coaches have already written it off. They're not even going to coach for it. They're talking bad about it. A lot of competitors have nothing they want to do with it at this point. But I'm here to be, the guy that's going to tell you the truth about Fit Model and where it's going. So let's take a look. We have our 3 here, our top 3 in this class so far to look at, which is Cynthia. So Cynthia, she not only wins her class here, she also won the overall at this event, meaning out of all other Fit Model competitors, right? Jennifer over here taking second, and then Haley taking third. So Fit Model, it's gone through a lot of trials and tribulations. It started looking one way, and then it went the other way, and now it's looking this way. And very interestingly enough, Fit Model has already advanced its look quite a bit, and we see that a lot with Cynthia, right? So Cynthia is showcasing a Fit Model-esque look, but again, Fit Model has kind of started edging a little bit more advanced, if you ask me, right? It came out and it was said, okay, blatantly less muscle than bikini, softer, no tie-ins, all that stuff. Okay, well, Cynthia, she's bringing some delts to the party, let's be honest. This is definitely some shoulder development there. That's coming up. That's definitely something that we have not seen a lot of in Fit Model, but now it's starting to pop up a lot more development even in the arms, a lot more size in the shoulders, still a classic great waist taper that we'd see in this division. Fit Model is supposed to be bikini 10 years ago. So it should be all hourglass, all symmetry, everything there. What we also have started seeing in Fit Model, and she has a lot of lower body density, a lot more muscle in that lower body fullness, right? Like I've made the joke comparison on the channel the past few weeks that it's almost starting to look like, mini wellness, which is true in a lot of ways because this lower body very quickly just became so much more muscular. So Cynthia has a very, symmetrical, very classic, we could say bikini look, but it is Fit Model now, right? That is what we are looking at. She's on the upper echelon of Fit Model, but we are starting to see that kind of just play out to be that way. So a little bit more muscle now in this division. Honestly, also looking a little bit leaner, right? We were not seeing in a while in this division a lot of these deeper cuts on things, these veins even in the upper body, and not even as much splits going on in the lower body. So at this competition, Colorado Cup here, she's definitely going a little bit bigger and a little bit leaner. Nothing wrong with it, just an interesting thing to see how Fit Model's really unfolding. Now we look over at Jennifer. She's in second here. Jennifer's bringing a lot more of what was becoming the classic Fit Model look at the NPC level, right? So clearly not as much in the shoulders, not as dramatic of a taper in the midsection even, and lower body wise, you still got that muscle and that shape, but again, it's not over the top. It's not having a lot more muscle like that. So she's got definitely a softer look, a less muscular look, and she takes second here to Cynthia in this group. So this is a pretty clear indication. Judges are really kind of advancing the Fit Model look pretty rapidly, right? Like we've kind of gone through the hurdle. I had competitors in the very first Fit Model show of the season, and I've had them in many, many since. And the look really does continue to just advance and change, and it's doing it very rapidly. A lot of times divisions take a lot longer to do that, but I guess, probably with this new division and the way it was rolled out, judges saw the need to advance it more quickly. I'm not sure exactly why, but that is what we're seeing play out, right? So Haley over here, she's got a really good shape, very Fit Model-esque physique, not overdone in the shoulders. Her midsection is tight. Everything's there. Lower body-wise, again, this is where you start to see a little bit more of that size coming through. She's taken third in this group. And, with Fit Model, what I've found doing these reviews and also coaching the athletes, the front pose is just not that, let's see, what's the word? It's not that great for comparing, right? Like you can see, but it's not. It doesn't accentuate as many things. Like all we can really deduct from this three right here is that the bigger, more muscular, a little bit leaner Fit Model competitor is actually the one winning the class and win the overall, right? I found that with Fit Model, it really is almost more focused on the back pose and what's going on there to get a clear differential of these athletes. So if we look at Cynthia here, the class winner and the overall winner, we'll look at the other two in a minute, but very clear differences, right? You can see it right at the gate. Cynthia, again, just packing more muscle in the upper body, more of a tapered look. Like, honestly, I look at this. If I was just looking up here, I would think this is bikini. So, again, just to show how advanced Fit Model has really started to move. Now, lower body-wise still delineates different, but let's be honest, most of it is the suit cut. She's got a lot of glute shape, a lot of upper glute, overall glute, and we are starting to see even tie in here. So I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you guys, and maybe I'll just say it on the channel and predict it now. I wouldn't be surprised if the judges, and the organization, in other words, end up taking out the no tie-in rule in Fit Model in some short period of time. It could be next year, it could be whatever, because we're starting to see the winners of these divisions. I mean, this is starting to be very much like this is the end of being able to say that that's not a tie-in. It's showing that's a tie-in. It's showing up. I see tie-ins like this on amateur bikini competitors all the time. So again, a little bit less muscle than bikini, a little bit less here and there, and yeah, it's Fit Model, but Fit Model has advanced dramatically from where it started. Definitely has. A lot more competitors were looking a lot more like Jennifer and Haley in this group, right? Where they were not as muscular up top, not as much of a dramatic taper, not as much development or tie-ins going on, no tie-in on her, right? So again, that was more of the more Fit Model-esque look for a bit. Now we're getting a little bit more advanced. So interesting to see how this division unfolds. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you're enjoying Fit Model, if you hate it, I know there's a lot of people that hate it. If you think that, we should be going more for a Jennifer type look in this division, or we should be Cynthia's perfect for it, or maybe it's Haley, let me know. Drop that in the comments. I'm interested to hear what you're all thinking now, as a lot of you longtime followers have been doing the rodeo with me. I've talked about it being the Wild West. It's still the damn Wild West. We're seeing it every day. Okay. So Haley over here. Not too much coming from the shoulders and the back. That's pretty typical for what we'd see in Fit Model. Good overall glute structure and shape. Good balance between her legs. What I see, again, with everybody in this group that is not Cynthia winning, right, is that they're less muscular, not as much fullness, not as much size, not as much condition. And the really interesting thing, and granted, I don't preview the classes before this. These are sent to me ready to go by my team, and I just hit the button review, and here you're seeing it live for the first time. I will bet that Cynthia is going to be the biggest muscular athlete and the leanest in this group, which is a very, very big marker for all of you watching. If you want to be a fit model competitor, like, you have to really pay attention to that, because that means things are changing. Things are definitely going to be changing. Okay. So, and we see that here, Madison and Robin. Now keep in mind, we still got like 5 more people to go, 4 or 5 more to go. But again, we see the same thing, Madison bringing a very more, what was being told to be the fit model look for a while. Not as much shoulder, still good fullness in the lower body, not as conditioned, softer level conditioning, really on par. But she's getting 4th here, right? She's getting 4th. So times they are changing for fit model, that's for sure, right? Like, looking over here at Robin now, 5th place. She's got a little bit more of that muscle in the upper body for sure. She's got, good shape in the lower body. Seems to be on pretty good condition. From the front here, you're still not getting as much shoulder as Cynthia is, right? You're still not getting as much arm size as Cynthia is. You're still not getting as much lower body. So again, bigger and leaner, still winning across the board here. Let's take a look from the back though. So, yeah, same thing. Honestly, the glute structure on both of these ladies here, Madison, this is, again, very much more what I was seeing play out on many of my reviews this season, a softer look, less muscle up top, everything there, no tie-ins. But again, it seems things changing. It's very interesting. And I feel like I'm kind of just saying the same thing over and over with all these ladies, but that's because, a lot of them are bringing a very consistent look. However, the look that's winning is not that look right now. It is a very trying time for fit model. And seriously, if you are a fit model competitor, I want to hear about it, because I know a lot of you in the comments a lot of fit model competitors probably want to get in the comments and say, like, this is so frustrating, because it can be, right? Like, what's going on here? And granted, keep in mind, everybody has an absolute great physique. I'm just, highlighting what is going on here. Props to all these ladies in this video for bringing, their prep and showing up on stage and doing that. It takes a lot to do that. And, all I can do is applaud you, and great job. And thank you for, again, us being able to analyze, assess, and, use these videos to help the audience, help people learn more. And that's really a powerful thing. Every physique is phenomenal on this lineup. And I just want to highlight, these differences and see, again, what does that mean for everybody involved, right? So Megan, let's take a look at Megan over here. She's in 6th place. And so Megan, she does come with a little bit more of a muscle look, right? We see that in the shoulders. We see that in the midsection. She's got a thicker muscle midsection, right? She's got a lot of glute shape from the front, a lot of lower body. This is, again, where start to look at this being more like wellness-esque, right? I keep saying fit model can do that, where, whoa, that lower body, throw that next to a wellness competitor at an NPC event. I'm like, okay, maybe it matches, right? So she's got a little bit more muscle, not as tight in the condition. So maybe that's a factor. We'll see when we get to the back. Connie over here. Connie's got good overall shape in the shoulders, good taper in at the midsection. Lower body wise, probably fill out this a little bit more would be the main thing for her. But realistically, again, all very much in the vein of fit model, as it still continues to really make its path, carve out, unfold in front of our eyes. So looking at Megan from the back, a lot of that muscular density in the front. It's not translating as much to the back. She's a little bit softer in the back in the glutes and the quads and the hamstrings, which again is okay in this division. That's honestly in the rules. But again, it doesn't seem to be what's actually winning right now. It seems to be more so that the rules have evolved just a little bit, where they honestly, I probably should just do a separate video, but it seems like the criteria is very much advanced to be just barely below where bikini is at the NPC level, which is very interesting to me. It begs the question, why did we even do it in some ways? But here we are. Okay, so let's look 7th place now. Connie here from the back again, just needs to tighten up here. Has a lot of good shoulder shape, good shape in the lower body overall. But it's one of those things where a lot of fit model competitors, you're either going to get feedback, to tighten up a bit or to build more muscle. Oftentimes it's going to be, conditioning, because it's not a division that's supposed to be super heavy focused on muscle. 8th and 9th in this group now, the last competitors in this class. Keep in mind, we've been looking at novice this entire time, and that's very exciting. Like, this is what's going on for some beginners in this lineup. This is what you may experience as a beginner showing up on stage. So Haley here, she's got, good overall shoulder shape, good taper in. A lot of things I would tweak with Haley's posing, but, everybody's kind of posing their own way. Unfortunately, a lot of posing coaches like not even doing fit model, because for some reason a lot of coaches really don't even want to be involved with fit model coaching. I'm not sure why. If you need help, I got you. You know, I got you. Come hit me up. But, posing, that's one of those things I would tweak. But really, you can see already, too, she's very lean. You know, we got a lot of oblique cut. We got some shoulder separation. We got a lot going on in the lower body as well. So for that, I would say, that can be one of those things where she's leaner than she probably should be, probably fill out a little bit more. And again, still nobody has really hit Cynthia's muscularity or her conditioning or her fullness at this point in the event. And Meredith, 9th place here. We can see good overall shoulder shape. Midsection is at the level. Lower body doesn't have the same fullness or pop. So that's one of those things, again, where a lot of athletes right now are needing to actually build more muscle in fit model, which, go figure, you would have never thought that was going to be the case. You would have never thought that athletes in fit model really need to build a lot more muscle, because most of them were coming from bikini in the first place. And now, like, I'm seeing bikini athletes come from fit model over into come from bikini over into fit model, and they actually got to grow still. Like, go figure. That's crazy. But yeah, so Haley from the back, definitely can tell she's very lean. This is why these glutes are kind of striating out, and upper back and everything else. Too lean for the division. Probably needs to fill out and soften up a bit. That's just the way fit model goes. And Meredith, similar thing. She's got good shape. Probably needs to tighten up the conditioning, just work on some more of that muscle symmetry and balance there. Very, very interesting event, though, with Cynthia coming in with the win. Very good physiques from everybody. Very interesting, though, to see just where this division is heading. Because, Cynthia is not an outlier right now. Like, she is at this event. She is an outlier. Like, she did not look like any of the other fit model competitors on this stage. And she wins this. She wins not only this class, she wins the overall. So she is, in fact, the best fit model competitor in the judges' eyes at this event out of all the other class winners and everything else. So very interesting to see. Phenomenal job to everybody in the video. Great job, Cynthia. I'm sure Cynthia is honestly probably well on her way to get a pro card here at some point, because she does seem to have that quality of a physique where you make some minor improvements, little tweaks, and we'll see what happens. But overall, very interesting to see where fit model is going. I want to know what you think. And as always, if you need help with anything, please come over, hang out with me. I'll, be in my platform anytime. You could literally fill this out and be talking to me one-on-one within the next minute if you go do it right now. Like 1 minute is all it takes to sign up. And I can give you fit model splits. I can teach you what you need to do. I can break down your physique just like I do right here. But instead, you don't have to watch it on YouTube. You can get it one-on-one with Coach Rye. So hit me up. Let's do that. And let me know what you guys think of the direction of fit model. I want to hear you in the comments. Thanks for watching. Coach Rye is out.